Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I want to answer a question that was asked a while back by one of my subscribers. And that question is, are there a lot of narcissists that live in old folks' homes or nursing facilities? And the answer to that question is yes. Yes indeed. And there is a very specific reason for this. You see, narcissists over time eventually burn bridges with those that have dealt with them in the past. Even the golden child will get frustrated with the narcissist parent and will be more in favor of them being put in a nursing home, rather than caring for them at their home. That being said, no matter how much your golden child sibling is fighting with your narcissist mother or father, they aren't your friend. And they will never be your friend. Because chances are they are a narcissist just like your parent or parents. So don't get involved in their disagreements. Now, all of this being said, good people do end up there as well. Even scapegoats. And I will talk about that in a moment. But specifically regarding the narcissist. Yes. There are a lot of them there. And they cause the staff a lot of hell. Now, even though that is the case, there are some people that work in such places that are just as bad as a narcissist parent. Because they are narcissists themselves. Remember, they are in all walks of life. Even the caregiving industry. So the good people that work in such places, they have to deal with some really crappy patients at times. And some real evil co-workers. Here's the thing. People that grow up in healthy homes for the most part, where there are a few brothers and sisters, that for the most part get along, and have a great relationship with their parents. Once their parent or parents start getting old and are needing assistance, these now grown kids oftentimes will do whatever they can to keep this parent in their normal surroundings, such as taking turns going over to help, chipping in and hiring a nurse that can come over and help out, and that can administer medication as needed. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And you can tell the kids really value and love the parents, and understand the value of the hard work their parent or parents did to make sure these kids grew up well and had awesome lives. And when or if it gets to the point where even if they have a nurse, it's impossible to keep their parent or parents in the family home, and they have to put them in a nursing home, these grown children are the type to put them in a home near where they live. And they visit them every day. And they are on top of things regarding the care the workers at the nursing home is providing to their parent or parents. And if they feel their parent is being mistreated, they take them out quickly and put them somewhere else. It's very hard for even those on the staff that are narcissists themselves to get away with what they try to get away with. Because the children in these cases are on top of everything. This is a stark contrast to when a narcissist is admitted to such a place. After a while, the scapegoat gets tired of things and sees it as a good opportunity to bail out and not have to deal with things regarding this parent anymore. And if they learn about narcissism, they understand there's a good chance the narcissist parent has told the entire staff what a bad child you, the scapegoat, is, and how they are afraid of you. Which will make the scapegoat say, "Forget it. I'm not going there anymore. I see how everyone looks at me the minute I walk through the door." And the golden child, well, they are more than likely a narcissist just like your narcissist parent. Which means they have no empathy. Which means they only think about themselves. And narcissist being in a nursing home is a perfect chance for the golden child to spend any family money if there is any. Sell things in the house if there's anything to sell. And just get up and leave because quite frankly they don't care at all. This is why you may have a lot of hard to deal with patients in such places that have very little in the way of visitors and phone calls. And these are the types that run the staff at such places insane with their demands and strange requests. Night and day. Day and night. Now, all of this being said, scapegoats can end up in such places too. And why this happens to scapegoats is because of the isolation and bad mate choosing. They oftentimes end up alone if they aren't able to build a healthy family of their own. These patients are more than likely nice. They are fun to talk to and enjoy the little things. But sadly, these are the ones that are oftentimes abused by the staff that are narcissists. This makes me think about a great many of things. You know, this world we live in wants to screw you up so bad. So you don't have family. Or those that love you. This is why this information is so vital. The information regarding narcissistic abuse and personality disorders. This will allow both men and women to sidestep these horrible people and build a life for themselves. But it also makes me think about the stereotype of the awful kids that send their parents to live in such a place. And then they take off never to visit. The question is, are they truly awful? This goes hand in hand with years ago. You couldn't dare talk bad about your parents even if what you were saying was 100% the truth. And nowadays that's still pretty much the same. But it's more regarding you can't dare say anything about your mother or grandmother. Even if every horrible thing you say she did really happened. It's still the attitude of how dare you speak ill of the woman that gave birth to you. Well-grown children of such monsters are seen as bad failures of kids that turn their parents over to live in such a place. And no one is saying, hey, wait a minute. Most parents that are really good to their kids. Most of the time, the kids fight tooth and nail to keep their parent or parents at home. One has to wonder why someone would drop their parent off at a nursing home, visit a few times and never come back. Yes, I know there is such a thing as evil kids. Meaning you might be a good parent and sadly your child ended up with the gene for being a psychopath. It's possible. But mostly if a parent shows love to their children and raises their children with kindness and decency, the child will usually repay that kindness back to their parent. And when it's not repaid back, no one says, you know, maybe that parent was a crappy parent. No one wants to think deeper about these things. And I'm firmly convinced they don't want to because they know what they will find. And that has to do with a great many issues besides people putting their parents in nursing homes. It could be a topic like no-fault divorces. Or child custody. I think if they dive deep into all of these matters, they would find out some real ugly truths and things aren't as black and white as they make them out to be. It's so weird how they make things out to be so simple. That you're a bad child for putting your parent in such a place. But no one is asking. Maybe that parent was an awful parent to that child or children. And now they are seeing this as a good chance at never dealing with this parent ever again. We live in a world where people don't want real answers to these questions. They want to live in a world where those that are good are always made to feel like they are bad. And those that are bad have someone that is good they can project their bad and evil persona onto. But isn't that the way of the narcissist?